creative continuity. We bring the convention to you.
Creative continuity here at the RetroCon with Peter Newman. How'd you get started?
A long time ago, people who knew me said, you know those silly voices you do, you could make a living possibly. And I said, yeah, right, and I walked away. Thought about it for a time, and then met some people who worked for a talent agent, and they introduced me, and the agent said, okay, put together what they called a demo reel, a sample of what I could do.
Right.
In those days, it was actually reel to reel, you know? Ask your parents about that. And I did that, and they said, okay, now maybe you can get a start. They sent me to another agent. That agent sent me out on an audition. I got the first job I ever auditioned for as the voice of a parrot. And then I thought, oh, this is going to be easy. And then, of course, I had to learn the job. I had to learn how to work with a microphone and all that stuff. But that's how it started. I was told there was an audition for a cartoon series. So I went to the offices of Rankin Bass in Manhattan, and they gave us an idea of certain characters, like, you know, a superhero, male superhero, mature, maybe a younger superhero, maybe a bad guy. What might a bad guy sound like? They had a few general ideas about characters, but they didn't have that many specifics. So I did this audition, just doing all these different kinds of voices. Then I got a call from the agent, says, you got the job, and this could be good.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we went to the studio, and that's where we auditioned for specific roles. We did see a picture, and then the fellows in the studio, we tried each idea for a voice, whoever had an idea, and they said, okay, you got that voice, you got this voice, and so on and so forth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you did a number of characters on Thundercats, not just...
Well, Tygra, of course, Wilykat, Bengali, Monkian, the Unicorn Keeper, Hachiman, the Samurai Warrior, one of my favorites, Robert Bill, who nobody can understand, the Demolisher, real tough on the voice, and Rambam. So, yes, we did lots of voices. All of us did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And outside of Thundercats, you also did Quicksilver from Silverhawks.
From the Silverhawks. I was Lieutenant Quicksilver, or sometimes we say the Lion of the Silverhawks.
Right.
Also did Seymour, the space, the hack, the taxi driver, if you remember. Yeah, Seymour. He was cool. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That was Seymour. Yeah.
Now, I'm hearing that Tygra is really not too far from your actual voice.
That's true. Tygra is the closest to my own voice. It's just a little bit deeper and a little more deliberate because Tygra is an engineer, very serious. So that's how that works.
Your favorite episode?
I can't remember the name of it actually, where Monkian took over. Monkian became the boss, and he was running the show until, of course, in the end he crashes and burns because he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. That was great fun to do. Gave Monkian a chance to develop his character a bit more. Yeah, whatever that meant.
All right, so there are some episodes where you're, like, the script gets sent to you, you got to switch your voice like this, going right down the...
Yeah, we did. There were episodes where we had to talk to ourselves. There were even a couple of episodes where I had like 5 voices in the episode. Not all talking to each other at the same time, but they were in the episode. So yeah, we tried. We always tried to do it live, so to speak, not do one voice at a time. Sometimes it worked out, sometimes a strange voice came out. It was the wrong character. But most of the time we managed.
All right, now what was your favorite character to do?
Hachiman, the Samurai Warrior, was one of my favorite characters to do. Just because I just liked that character, and I was so thrilled. I sort of won that audition in the studio. So I got to do that. That was one of my favorites.
Harold again with Creative Continuity, Peter Newman, and we signing off.
See ya.